Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Planescape Torment. Let's continue to talk to these skulls. Let's see. Okay, I think we've gotten everything that we're going to get out of that one. Let's go ahead and talk to whichever one is here that we can talk to. Come on, guys.
All right.
Fine, I'll do this alone. The skull exhales languorously and speaks in a sultry voice. Why do you disturb my rest? There has been so much happening of late, and while I welcome the sensation, I must confess to desiring the sense of quiet. Tell me about yourself. I was Ocean Before the Storm, a sensate. Now, alas, I am merely decoration. A sensate? What's that? A sensate is a member of the Society of Sensation, one of the factions of Sigil, located in the Civic Fest Hall in the Clerk's Ward, which holds that the universe can be understood and manipulated only through the senses, and therefore we should accumulate as many varied experiences as possible. I believe I've reached the quota on sitting on a dusty shelf. My boredom threshold is low. Can I do anything for you? No, but you're kind to ask. I once threw myself off the shelf and shattered. Next thing I knew, I was back on the shelf, and we were all glued together. We were all glued here. When Lothar tires of me, he'll dispose of me. What are you doing here? Why, I sit on the shelf and gather dust until one of Lothar's rat minions takes it into his head that I need brushing. I answer questions for Lothar, and that is the extent of this miserable existence. No, I meant, how did you get here? It's a long story that has to do with Ravel Puzzlewell, the night hag. Would you like to hear the whole story? Yes. Very well. I was working in the Civic Fest Hall, the headquarters of the Sensates. In the Sensoriums, Ravel Puzzlewell, may the powers curse her black soul, had been coming there to find answers to riddles she had encountered. She was a masterful solver of puzzles. Those that left our best minds baffled were but gauze to the force of her reason. Yet she had found difficulties that required outside answers. I heard that she was there to unlock the secrets of Sigil itself. Go on. Horribly ugly she was, taking no pains to use her magic to disguise her form, as I've heard she does, or rather did from time to time, and that fiendish exterior frightened off many a potential factioner. Still, I had to ask what she was about, and whether she could teach me what she knew. That sounds like it could have been a mistake. It was. She offered me a bargain, for she dwelt and dealt in riddles. If she were to answer my question, I must agree to answer one of hers. If I missed the answer, my life was hers. I agreed. She told me she intended to unlock the puzzle of the cage to open it to all who wished to enter. Powers, fiends, celestials, modrons, and slotty. Not to mention any interplanar beings who chose to come along. The most important part to her was that all should know that the mystery that had baffled them for so long was unraveled by Ravel. What happened next? She asked a question. I could not answer it, though she assured me the answer was plain as the nose on her face. My fellow sensates found me screaming in the sensorium when they arrived the next morning. I begged them to kill me, and they complied. None even suggested that I relish the new experience, so horrible was it. And here I am. Now I must rest. What was the question?
Updated my journal.
Ooh, 2,000 experience points. It was, how does one change the nature of a man? I thought hard on her answer and said, with love. She said all people love themselves too much to be changed by something as simple as love. And then I must rest now. In the back of your mind, you seem to see a hook-nosed figure with ebon skin asking you a similar question, but you cannot remember your answer. Answer just a few more questions for me. The skull stares blankly and says nothing. Very well, then. Farewell. What can you tell me about Lothar? Nothing that he's not willing to tell you himself, since I don't trust these other skulls not to inform on me should I say something out of line. I simply won't say anything. Before you ask, yes, I'm that scared of him. What about all these other skulls on the shelf? Oh, they're nothing to relieve the tedium. You have Goatscomb, the Wer-rat, Grimscalp the Anarchist, Stern the old wizardly assassin. I don't know what Stern does, but he's basically evil. Evil? Bah, I'm merely a pragmatist. Pragmatist? Is that why stabbing someone in the back so often seems to be the answer to your the answer you present to problems? Is it not a fine solution? It always worked for me. Poison and magic work equally as well, I've found. Ocean Before the Storm turns her attention back to you. You see? Basically evil. Yes, I see. Farewell. Okay. You see this strangely shaped skull emits a high-pitched chitter before it speaks to you. Can I help you? Who are you? I'm Goatscomb. I was a Wer-rat. Wer-rat? How many werebeasts are there, anyways? Oh, a great number. Ravens, wolves, bears, badgers, even crocodiles. It's like all the animals in the Beastlands have a lycanthropic counterpart. It's quite interesting, really. What Wer-rats are around here? There's Mantuak and his band. I made him, and what does he do? Goes and sells me to Lothar. That's okay, though. I spilled all his secrets to the boss. Mantuak may think he's safe, but Lothar knows everything. What can you tell me about Mantuak? That sodding hedge wizard. That bubber. I made him what he is today. Years ago, when he was just a stinking biped, I found him and made his leg a snack. Tasted like pickled meat. I was drunk for days. Then he shows up. Then he gets some fancy book, and I'm yesterday's trash and a decoration on a shelf. Bastard. Do you know any of his secrets? His secret is that he works for both Lothar and many as one, the cranium rat hive mind. I don't know what he's planning, but it doesn't matter, because I told Lothar all of it anyway. I see. Thanks and farewell. How did you get here? It's embarrassing. I was in rat form looking for some food at the smoldering corpse when let's just say I never expected a serving wench to have a silver fork. Mantuak found me twitching, and I wound up here. What can you tell me of the other skulls here? They're all most judgmental. Just because they were mostly human skulls, they think they're somehow better than me. I hate them. That's a healthy attitude. Tell me about yourself, why don't you? You must like Lothar then, right? Goatscomb's skull falls entirely silent. If it had eyes, you'd sure they'd be rolling around in terror. Go away, the skull whispers. It refuses to speak to you. What can you tell me of Lothar? Nope. Alright. Tell me the other skulls. Tell the attitude. Okay. How do you kill a werebeast? Killing a lycanthrope is easy. Just find a silver or magic weapon and stick 'em. Normal weapons don't work so well, though. Was a time I got folks to shoot me full of arrows. Didn't do nothing but sting. I looked like a porcupine. Thanks, farewell. Alright, so we've got a couple things that we can take a look at. Let's go ahead and have Anna try and unlock these.
Right. Got it.
That is just a skull.
Got it.
That is also just a skull. Well, shucks. Disappointing. Alright, so we can go up these stairs.
I'm gone.
Well, before we do that, let's quick save again. Let's see where these go. Bones of the Night. Yes, that's his bed. There's other things that are locked.
Might as well. Got it.
Nothing. Come on, game. If you're gonna lock something.
Got it.
Seriously? That is so incredibly disappointing. And we don't even get any experience points for it.
I'm gone.
Alright, well, let's see exactly where this leads. Okay. Huh. I wonder if I should have come down here. Well, that's a little disappointing. I might have missed something. Oh well. Alright, let's go ahead and leave. Alright, before we go any further, let's transfer some of these items back to Mort.
Hey.
And did he have this? Oh no, he had these. There we go. Let's see. Items that I want him to carry. He can carry those. He can have junk. Anna doesn't need junk in her trunk. You can carry that. And you can carry the bladders. Or the pouches. Not I don't know why I was calling them bladders.
All right.
Alright, well, let's see. So, let's go through here. And see where exactly this takes me. Well, we can go to Clerk's Ward now, it looks like. I want to look at that thing.
The sweet smell of sensates and governors.
Well, let's see. We've got someone named Diligence. We'll go ahead and talk to them. This older, stern-looking woman is clearly on her way somewhere. When she notices your approach, she studies you with a disapproving, tight-lipped frown. Greetings! The woman nods curtly, speaking in a tone cold as ice. Yes? What is it? And watch your words, for I am Diligence, 4th Magistrate of the Ward. Something troubling about my appearance? I should most certainly think so. Should the Apparel Regulation Act be passed, people of your sort won't be permitted to traipse about in such a manner, half naked and filthy as you are. I'm quite clean, begging your pardon, and meaning no disrespect, madame. Some cultures might find your clothes offensive. She examines you skeptically for a moment, then nods. Your point is well taken, sir. Still, though, you cannot deny you are a rather rough-looking sort of fellow. My appearance is merely a product of my environment, madame, and a difficult life. I shouldn't be held accountable for that. Oh, but you should. How easy it is for one to blame one's life, one's surroundings for their every failing. I can see in your manner you are well educated, sir. Yet you appear to insist upon a lifestyle of wandering and senseless violence. Why not settle in Sigil, become a contributing citizen, rather than some bloody-handed nomad in the streets? The choice is out of my hands, I assure you. Oh, how so? Her coldness melts away into a look of curiosity. Tell her your story, or what you know of it. Diligence looks shocked. That is quite a tale, sir. Were it only a tale, madame, it is my life, and I've scars to prove it, as you noted when we first met, I believe. Yes, quite so, she smiles slightly. You had begun to wonder if she was even capable of such a thing. I wish you luck, sir, in your undertakings. May you find yourself once more. Thanks, I did have some questions. She shakes her head. I'm afraid I'm a busy woman, sir. My position as fourth magistrate leaves me little time to answer your questions. I am sure another citizen could help you, however. Farewell, then, Lady Diligence. And matter of course, this giant of a man wears an equally immense suit of ornate red armor. He regards you cautiously, but without fear as you approach him. Greetings! A booming voice echoes from within his great helm. Greetings, citizen. I am Matter of Course, bodyguard to Diligence, fourth magistrate of the ward. You must excuse me, for my duties lie at her side. Farewell. One moment, I had some questions. He simply turns and begins to walk away. Alrighty.
All right.
Malminer? This thin, sharp-faced man rushes towards you, calling for your attention. Ah, sir, but a moment of your time. Were you, perchance, here to visit the tailor? The man breaks in. I ask, sir, because I seem to have offended the man. I had commissioned the hot-blooded fool to make me a costume, but he's thrown me out of his shop and will not speak to me now. So, the man suddenly balls his fists and shakes them at the sky. What have I done to deserve such treatment? Nothing, I say. I was a patron. It is his duty to serve me, that churlish buffoon. What do you want from me? He focuses on you again. Oh, yes, you. Could I beg you to enter the place and fetch my costume for me, sir? I have a masquerade to go to, and I have not the time to commission another tailor. Why don't you just fetch it yourself? He sneers, rolling his eyes. That porcine lout! I somehow offended the puffy, pomp-filled jackanapes. He's forbidden me to enter his store, and refuses to have words with me. Imagine! I'll get your costume, but not for free. You'll what? For the power's sake, man, you're just fetching a costume. It won't take but a moment of your time. I certainly don't think such a meager act is worth a wage, sir. Fine, I'll go get it then.
Updated my journal.
Oh, most excellent, sir. This very building right here. He points to the long, low structure just north of him. Thank you, sir. Farewell. Peering through the cracks in the shutters, you see what appears to be a tailor's shop. Hello, do you say anything different? This beautiful, seductively attired prostitute is a far cry from those you saw in the hive. She smells of expensive perfumes, and the lines of her face are subtly accentuated with lightly painted lines of soft, warm colors. She smiles as you approach her and curtsies gracefully. Greetings, good sir. Seeking to quench your lust, Mistress Grace's brothel cannot satisfy, I hope. I don't know about any brothel, but I'm up for whatever you're offering. No, but I had some questions. She puts a finger to your lips to hush you. There is but a single question I answer, good sir, and the answer is this. Yes, for only 500 coins. No thanks, farewell. A pity. Please return should you have a change of heart, good sir. I'll be eagerly awaiting you. Farewell. Say there, Chief. What do you say? How about spotting old Mort a bit of jink? It's been more than a while, you know. We've really got to leave, Mort. Farewell, miss. I'm not spotting you 500 copper, Mort. Racks of clothing, most of it very fine quality. Guncows.
I'm gone.
So there's a door back there. Rolls of high-quality textiles. Alright, well, let's see if he gets mad at me for going in here. Nope, apparently not. Alright, apparently I need to turn that off. Or not. Okay, apparently this is like a dressing room or something. Hello? This short, heavy-set, middle-aged man is wearing clothes that seem to be spun of glittering gold. In his hands, he holds a bolt of cloth strung taut across a wooden frame. He is currently embroidering some pattern into the fabric. Greetings! The man doesn't seem to acknowledge your presence. He continues to work at the embroidery, muttering under his breath. As he sews, shimmering motes of light seem to sparkle and drop from the tip of the needle. Good sir, did you hear me? The man does not look up from his work, frowning distastefully as he answers you. Yes, yes, I am quite certain that what you need is truly quite urgent. Now, if you could be silent for just a moment. I'll wait quietly. At last he sets down the embroidery and looks up at you. Before you can speak, however, he suddenly picks up another item and sets to work on it. Again, as he works, what looks to be tiny colored sparks drip from the fabric. I'll wait some more. He finally finishes his work, setting it down to examine you. Greetings, I'm Guncows. Guncows? That's a weird name. Now, what was it that you were here to see me about? I had questions. I hope 'tis about garments and the like. I shan't answer anything not concerning myself or the store, you know. I wanted to pick up a dustman costume? What were those lights while you were embroidering? That? Nothing, sir, but a bit of the art, which at times I weave into fabric when the fancy strikes me. Those items, which I lavish enchantments upon, are my most special creations, and are rarely sold. What sort of magical clothes do you have available? Guncows looks you over, frowning. Nothing that would fit you, that is for certain. I'd like to see what you have to offer, what you've to offer, just the same. Leather jerkin of the Brazen Rogue, usable only by Anna. Armor class 4, Thaco +1. Jerkin of the Fitting Shadow, plus 15% pickpocket skill, plus 25 stealth skill, usable only by Anna. Kind of tempted. There's also needle and thread that I could buy. I could always wait until I get more charisma too, which would make them cheaper. I mean, I got the money to buy some stuff. Armor class 4 and Thaco +1 seems pretty good. This piece of sturdy leather armor was clearly fashioned for a woman. It is a piece of remarkably skillful craftsmanship. Small metal plates and bands are carefully concealed here and there over the jerkin's surface, providing a great deal of protection without hampering mobility. The armor seems best suited for a flashy fighter who would make the full use of the free movement it would afford them. The enchantments woven into it by Guncows not only serve to protect such a combatant, but aid them in their balance and the striking of other foes as well. Alright, well, I mean, her armor class is 4 right now. Her vest is giving armor class of 8. I will definitely consider it, but I don't think right now is the best time. Alright, questions. I wanted to pick up a dustman costume. You're in luck then, sir. I happen to have one available. Its cost is 30 copper coins. I'll take it. Guncows takes a set of neatly folded robes from under a counter. Here you are, sir. I would warn you, though. This is for the upcoming masquerade of Lord Eard. Many folk are already attending as dustmen. I'll keep that in mind. Farewell. I'm not sure that I want to return it to him. Let's quick save and see what we're going to get out of that. Yes, here it is. It cost me 30
Updated my journal.
8,000 experience points. Fine, fine. Take it here. He tosses you 30 copper commons. Now I've to be off. Wait, Guncows said many people were already going to this masquerade as dustmen. Did he? Blast! I would hate to arrive in such a common costume. I could try and get another one for you, but it'll cost you. He rolls his eyes, sneering. Okay. I should have figured. Here, you mercenary. This will be enough, I trust. He hands you 20 copper commons. That'll do. I'll return with another
Updated
costume.
my
Following the
journal.
teachings of Zerthamon, I
Hey.
have become stronger.
Alright, Dekon gained a level. I had questions. I wanted to pick up another, different costume. Guncows nods and smiles knowingly. The Dustman bit seemed a bit too common after all, eh? Well, it just so happens that I have a Guardsman costume if you would like. It shall cost you only 50 copper. Only 50 coppers. I'll take it. There you are. Sir, enjoy the masquerade. Can I actually wear it? Nope. I would think that costumes of faction members would be far too common. Yes, here it is. It cost me 50 commons.
Updated my journal.
He makes a disgusted noise, snatches the costume from you, and shoves 50 coins into your hands. Now I have to be off. 6,000. I got, what was that, 8,000 before that, too? Yeah, 8,000. I gained 14,000 experience points just for running this guy some errands. That seems a little bit excessive. Not that I'm gonna, you know, like, turn it down, but... 2 hit points gained, spell memorization abilities have increased. Still need to get you some more,
I'm gone.
spells. It goes down. So ominous looking archway leads underground. Let's see. I don't have too much time left on the episode, so what I think we'll do is look around, see who we have to talk to. You can't make anything out through this tinted glass. Colored glass of this window is cut to resemble large gems. So we'll just kind of like look for people that we can talk to in the next session, next episode.
Oh, I'd love to diddle your doodle.
I have no idea what you just said, lady, whoever that was. You can't determine what this odd device is. This looks like a place where drinks might be served. All right. Let's go around this. A thug boss, huh? Curious looking building, to say the least. Kind of reminds me of a snail. Or cephalopod. Yes, timer. Yes, I'm trying to hit you, tell you to stop. Let's see. These wrought iron bars seem to serve as decoration rather than security measures. Okay. Not seeing any containers that I can open up, which is kind of disappointing. We've got somewhere else that we can go down there. There's a few tents lying around. Can't determine what this odd device is. Drunken mage. Matter of course, and diligence didn't get very far. Joni's messenger. Well, Jolmies wants to talk to me. Alright, well, when we come back, we will talk to more of the people around and then see what else we have available. But that will be next time. See you then, everyone.